He's such a committed guy with his work. He's so into it, and that is really contagious, you know, his commitment and passion for it. And I mean, the amount of research that he's done on this subject is a little nutty, I think. But that's what makes him, I think, such a great actor and such an endearing guy. He gets into a subject very deeply, and he knows so much about the events around this, you know, and particularly Rob Hall. You want to feel like you've tried to bring some truth to the audience in order to not just pay respect to the people that passed away, but also to the story itself. Because in a way, on some level, you can look at it like, oh, look at this tragic story of how all these people died when they shouldn't have. So what went wrong? How could that have happened? And there's a tendency, I think, to blame. You know, it's very easy to go, well, he shouldn't have used that oxygen, or she shouldn't have done this. And I hope what we've managed to make with this movie is not a film that points the finger so much as a film that just shows an event that is a chapter in the evolution of a human endeavor. And whether that be manned flight or, you know, space flight or deep sea diving or whatever, there's as a species we always want to do the next thing. You know, someone climbs Everest, well, now I want to have a business that takes regular people to the top of Everest. Well, how do you do that? Well, we figure it out. Now obviously there's always, in any human endeavor, there's a point at which something goes wrong, and from there we learn. And that's very tragic. But in a way, it's also just a part of the way in which we evolve, and I think it is a big moment in the history of Everest and how people have learnt now to prevent things like that happening in the future. With mountain climbing, you feel the rush and the terror, but you can't give in to the feeling in order to get where you need to go, which is, you know, to the top and back down. So you have to sort of fight mentally with your emotions in order to stay present and make good decisions. And that, I think that's what I loved about it. I mean, aside from the beauty and the physical challenge and the camaraderie, you know, and the technical aspect, you know, is fun, the sort of the sporting aspect of it. But really, for me, it was the mental thing about when you get back into the hut at the end of the night, or in the case of this story, when you get into your tent, hopefully, the fact that you overcame what would stop a lot of people, whether it's just sheer exhaustion or fear. Everest, as it did obviously to all of the characters in the movie, in the story, and all climbers, and hopefully the audience as well, it holds this mythic quality. I think, you know, it is the biggest, tallest thing on this planet, and that in and of itself carries a weight and a mystique and a sort of a sacred quality to it that can be beautiful and powerful and also terrifying.
Hey, I'm Lisa. I'm here to talk about money and how fast you can use it with these movie facts. In one afternoon's casino Royal film shooting, 3 Aston Martin DBS cars valued at $300,000 each were destroyed for the car roll sequence. Not bad. And also in the movie Transformers, The Dark Side of the Moon, 532 cars were destroyed. They were actually given away by the insurance company with no charge, as all of them were flood damage. Now don't forget to download our Film Is Now app for instant access to all our trailers.